Alright, where were we? Here. There you go. We're back. I'm back. To escape, you must kill someone. That is what we were told. The fact that none of us have memories of each other, what do? I have to take charge. I'm the mayor of Toontown. I might not be the best at it, but I have to try. Everyone, we need to think of an escape plan. I doubt everything Flunky has told us is the truth. Just because we're the only ones in Toontown Central doesn't mean this district is completely empty. Flipper's right, there could be absolutely no other toons in the other neighborhoods. That's definitely makes sense. I just hope you're right about that. How about we split up? There's 3 streets and 15 of us. 3 groups of 5 would make perfect sense. Yeah, that'll work. Let's listen to Flippy and the others. Are you just going to blindly follow him? Got any ideas, hotshot? He's the mayor after all. You all just latch out to someone with power since you don't want to think for yourselves. I'm not going to be part of this group fun time. Bro, we're not latching onto their idea. We simply want to know if there's other toons. We'll find a way out. You have to believe in that. Heh. Such weak-minded toons you are. Oh, what are you gonna do then? Nothing? What I do is none of your concern. Do you want to be killed? What did you just say to me? Someone will kill you if you keep this up. The others are willing to do the work to find an escape, and you think you can sit around doing nothing? If anyone decides to kill, it's quite obvious who they'd target. Got that? Says the one who got that flunky to explain everything. You're the reason everyone now knows the repercussions of killing. If you had to shut your mouth, no one would be latching onto any ideas. You think I don't know that? I'm going to work my hardest to defeat that flunky. That doesn't mean you didn't. Will you just stop? Well, we need a leader, and Flippy is the obvious option. So just shut it and form groups already. That'd be nice. I guess. Thank goodness for Coach Z, but it's only been minutes since we've known about the killing game. We've already had such a commotion. Well, Stranger Crew, who'll go where? We got a Punchline Place to Donald Duck's Dock, Silly Street to Daisy Gardens, and Loopy Lane to Minnie's Melody Land. I'll search the Punchline Place. If there's any way to get to Boss Bot HQ, I'm going there immediately. Oh, I'll go with you. To the dock we go. You two do that. Me are good on Loopy Lane. We want to see if we still have me pie storage at my shop. You can try going to Minnie's Melody Land. I'm going on Loopy Lane just to see if my shop is still there. I'll follow you just in case. Thanks to guess about my glue curse, we'll find a way no matter what. I'll go with them. Maybe it'll be fun. I'll join Bessie and Giggles. Perhaps the dock is available to us. What about you, Mo? I'll be going on Loopy Lane. Perhaps I too can also return to my shop in Melodyland. Well, I'll form the Silly Street group. If I can get back to Daisy Gardens, that'd be nice. Which one will you be joining, Flippy and Tom? I suppose the Silly Street one. Sounds good to me. Yeah. I'm liking the mood of this group. Could I join? Sure, I think that means the only group with spots open is the Punchline Place group. I don't mind. Any group of 5 is fine with me. I just couldn't decide. Well, looks like we have our teams. For our so-called leader, I didn't really contribute much to that. It was easy to lead when there wasn't. Well, such a looming threat coasting over our heads. How was I even elected mayor if I can't properly lead a group of 15? Regardless. For the Punchline Place group, we have Giggles, Bessie, Old Man, Shirley, and Harry. For the Loopy Lane group, we have Clef, Lou, Paula, Riggy, and Mo. Finally, we have the Silly Street group. Coach Z, me, Tom, Pete, and Clara. Hopefully we can get back to the dock. Unless it's blocked off somehow. Giggles group left. Well, let's get to it. Yep, time to go buck O's. And there goes the rest. Ready? Yep, let's get to it. The tunnel is open at least. If it wasn't, that'd be stupid. Yeah, that was kinda stupid of me to say. I don't think that comment was towards you, just the idea. Oh, okay. Well, are we going to stand there? Come on, guys. Oh, right. And so we entered Silly Street. Here we are. Well, looks like we get somewhere at least. The question is, are any of these buildings open? Well, why not give this first one a try? Fair enough. Tried opening the door to impractical jokes, but nope, nothing. Locked too, huh? I just don't get why the pet shop and this building were locked normally, but the HQ had that metal door. Let's just keep going. Getting to the playground should be our first priority. Right. We kept on walking. However, as we kept walking, was this always here? I felt like it was, but I haven't been out much lately. You're not thinking of going in that, right? It's not exactly, it's just that I saw another one of these as we were walking. Well, I'll search that later, but first we need to get to Daisy Gardens. As we kept on walking, we found... This HQ isn't locked with the metal door. Nice. Hold on, what if it's locked not just with the metal thing? True, I guess that's a good point. Well, only one way to find out. I went to the door and... it wasn't locked. No one is inside. Well, that's a bit unsettling. Yeah, it just feels wrong. Tell me about it. Hold on, I think I found something. Really, what do you mean? This. Is that a blueprint? It doesn't even have a picture. Lame. But it's about some sort of machine. A machine, you say? I can't tell from this description, stupid handwriting. It's like something device. You sure you can't read it? This might be silly, but I'm not messing around. I've dealt with a lot of bad handwriting, maybe I could read it. Knock yourself out. Pete took the blueprint and... Yikes, this is really bad. But I think I could sort of make out something that starts with re... What, a re device? Pretty much. Pete put the blueprint down. And I thought I could help. I mean, you tried. I'll just go back to the playground early. Pete, wait. But he was already out the door. Feel bad for that guy. Why do I feel like I said something bad? You didn't. Anyways, do we keep going? Yeah, I guess we will. Find anything else? Nope. Nothing seems wrong with those paintings, so no. Well, on we go. Feel like I should have gone after Pete. Now I'm just wondering why there was some stupid paper in that HQ. If only the handwriting wasn't so bad. How about we just keep going? Worrying about it isn't going to help much. Though I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious myself. You know what they say, curiosity killed. Actually, I'm not going to finish that. Good idea. We kept on walking, kept seeing these trapdoors. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure there's a shortcut we can take here. Regardless. Laughing lessons. You visit there frequently? Well, no. But I always appreciated the owner's jokes. All of them? Yeah, even the bad ones are still funny. I guess I could use a good joke or two. Think this shop's open? Even if it was, I doubt anyone would be inside. Oh, right. Hurry up, we're almost there. Daisy Garden's just around the corner. Oh. Well, that's not normal. Completely locked off. Well, that's a letdown. Coach Z, are you... We spent all this time just for a dead end? Those meddling cogs. I gotta pay. Coach G stormed away in a fit. Oh no, are the other streets like this too? I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And now we're down to 3. Well, these are the most emotionally stable members of our group. Not to say the being emotionally unstable is bad or anything, just... I wrote myself into the corner there. Yeah, kinda did. Well, got any ideas on what to do now? Well, there are those trapdoors that Coach Z was going to look at. And something tells me he just went back to the playground. You want to check those trapdoors? I do have a lot of experience with them. Yeah, it'd be nice to have an expert to help. Actually, are they dangerous? Well, the gang variation I use for battle art. But only to the cogs. When it comes to regular trapdoors on the street, I'd assume no. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. As we made our way back, I thought to myself, are there other toons in the other playgrounds? And if there are, do they know what happened to us? Or are they in a killing game themselves? I don't want to think about what's going on with the outside world, but I can't just help it. Do we have to go all the way back to this one, Flippy? There were a lot of trapdoors across the street. Sorry, I was kind of walking on autopilot just thinking about things. You do that too, Flippy? You do that a lot, just try not to think about things. If only it were that easy. Regardless, let's check out this trapdoor. Doesn't appear to be locked. Let's see here. Clara opened the door and... This is some sort of underground network. It's not exactly deep or anything, but yeah, looks like it. Wait, it's a passageway? Yeah, looks like it. I think this one connects to the other trapdoors? Well, only one way to find out. I'll be right behind you two. Well, doesn't look like it's exceptionally filthy. We all went through the trapdoor and ventured to one way. Hey look, I think that might be an opening. It better be, it's very dark in here. I think I got it. I lifted what I thought was a trapdoor, but... We're out. Ah, sunlight, nice to be back. Tell me about it. Hey, are you three over there? There you are. Where you did three go? Clef, why are you here? Everyone returned except you three. We think something bad might have happened. Oh, sorry about that. We're just exploring this underground trapdoor system. Really? Yeah, it was really dark in there, but we were able to get out. You three must trust each other, figure in the dark like that. I think we're all a pretty good trio. Though we probably should have returned a bit sooner. Yeah. Well, we're here. What did your group find, Clef? Me will tell you once we get back. No point saying nothing right now. Right. We all returned to the playground. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. We were beginning to think the killing had already begun. It's not going to happen. The stranger crew would never. Hey there, Pete. Are you fine? I was getting worried. Well, we're all back. Can we finally start this discussion? I suppose so, however, I doubt any of us have any good news. I'll start with this question. Were any of the other playgrounds open? Daisy Gardens wasn't. I'm assuming Donald's dock was blocked off too. Correct. Great, just great. Minnie's Melody Land was blocked off too, so we literally have nowhere else to go. Though I guess there is some good news. My shop Blue Glow was open, but you can already guess what happened. Gotta say, with a curse that adamant, you could probably make a living out of it, bucko. You can't really make a living off of scrapbooking. I know, just trying to lift the mood. We had to deal with this buffoon for what felt like ages. So all the streets are just dead ends. So this is it? We're really stuck until someone kills? Do you have a problem with that? Huh? Well, do you? If you do, then advise not announcing that to the rest of the group. If everyone knows that even one of us is thinking about a killing game, then a murder is inevitable. This guy's smart. If we're going to escape this place without tragedy, we're going to need to drive any thoughts about the killing game out of our minds. Before Flippy, Tom, and Clara returned, we were all beginning to think a killing had already begun. That mindset of doubt and fear is only going to fuel your desire to kill. He's not wrong. However, how do you plan to prevent those thoughts from invading our heads, old men? Without a plan, your words don't hold much weight. And assume no one will be willing to undergo any, well, I'll just say, thought experiments. I'd rather not be hypnotized, thank you very much. Hypnotism. If only I still had them. What are you blabbing about? Just wishing I still had my supplies. However, the more you think about it, the more you realize it wouldn't work for a group of 15. So I suppose for now I have no plan. However, I do believe my words are correct. I guess, but I might be an optimist, but how are you supposed to forget about the killing game? The beige dog actually has a point. You berated me for not wanting to cooperate, yet don't even have a plan yourself. At least I'm not trying to live a fantasy world where everyone will just forget about this game. I don't like agreeing with him, but Mo is right. Trying to forget about this killing game isn't going to work, not one bit. And with no way to escape, this really will be the end for us. Wait. Huh? City Streaker, remember the trapdoors I wanted to go in? Oh, we actually did explore a bit. Perhaps the underground passage can lead us out of Toontown Central. I don't think I saw any mechanisms in the passageway, so I don't think the cogs tampered with it. You're right, we didn't really adventure much in it, so just maybe it can work. Well, golly, we gotta go try it out, yeah? No time to wait, am I right? I really hope it is a way out. Let's do this, stranger crew. Oh, my back. So we ended up going back to Silly Street. Hold on, did any of the other groups find trapdoors like we did? We did while Sticky Lou did busy messing around. We decided to just not look in them, but busy being annoyed with the Melodyland being closed off. We then gathered the others, and well, that's when we did find you three coming from a trapdoor. I too think I saw some trapdoors on the punchline place, but I just assumed it was a decker. If it was decker, I'd be some good props like 5-star quality. What, do you give 5-star gags to something? No need to brag. That's not what I meant. Come on everyone, I'm sure we'll find something good. Yeah. This is the trapdoor we investigated before. So you did end up going. I'm not sure if I want to go in that. Don't worry Pete, I doubt it's bad. I guess it'll be fine. Hold on a minute. Huh? You should have someone hold the trapdoor open for light. I can do that. I'm pretty sure Tom and Flippy can lead the others. Yeah, I'm not really good at much, so lead away, Flippy. I don't like that attitude of his. Put yourself down a lot back when you first met Mo. Actually, let's as well, just in case Flunky tries to stop us. Huh? You mean I have to lead? Yeah. I won't let you down, Flippy. I'll open the door now. Alright, everyone in. What could possibly go wrong? There's somehow going to be glue down there. Everyone went into the trapdoor, except... Harry, are you alright? There's no way that lowly guide could lead a group of that size. He's literally a guide, Mozart. I'm not in the mood of hearing your criticism. You can't just walk away. I'll prove you wrong. That, Mo. Regardless, Harry, are you afraid of the dark? Is that it? It's not just that. Even if they get another playground, it doesn't change the fact that someone is going to kill. Harry, you can't be sure of that. It doesn't matter if I'm sure or not. The possibility of someone eventually snapping is 100%. But someone's already planning their murder plan as we speak. I didn't think any group of mine was. What about you, Paula? Well, Mo was unpleasant, but I don't think he'd actually kill. And everyone else was focused on getting to Minnie's Melody Land. Well, at least until Sticky Lou found his shop, and he got covered in glue again. You two only think that because that's what they want you to believe. We don't know what's going on in everyone's minds. What makes them tick? What'll drive them over the edge? What can cause them to break? Those are all the same thing. That's not my point. Heck, one of you might be planning to kill me right this second. Stay away from me. Harry, wait. I should go after him. I'm not sure he'd like that. I know, but... I suppose all we can do now is wait for the others. I really hope the others are finding something good. I hate to admit it, but Harry's probably right. Oldman said just to ignore the killing game, but that's simply impossible. But to suspect everyone of planning a murder, that's just not right. Even if some of us aren't the nicest, I'll believe in everyone until I'm proven otherwise. Cool. Many minutes passed, but there was no sign of anyone returning. Flippy, do you think they're alright? I'd hope so. I'm getting quite bored of just standing here. Flippy, I highly encourage that we do something. Should we go in ourselves? Perhaps we'll have to. Yeah, I suppose we should. Just as we were preparing to go in. The 10 toons that went in came back out. Cool. That was fast. However, no one looked happy. Tom, what happened? We tried looking everywhere, but all we found were trapdoors that just opened on the street. Oh. But, there's gotta be a way out on the other street's trapdoors. Yeah, let's go to the punchline place next. No, we're not. What? But shouldn't we? It's not going to happen, simple as that. Think about it. What does Flunky want from us the most? The killing to start, yeah? Exactly, and guess what? Us investigating the trapdoor system was exactly what Flunky wanted us to do. What? Oh my goodness, don't you get it? By encouraging us to try out various ways of escape, all we do is get more and more desperate once each attempt fails. Eventually, once we realize we're all out of options, we'll either give up entirely or, the more likely outcome, someone will kill. That's... You know I'm right, Flippy. You just don't want to face it. This whole game has been planned out to make sure that a body will eventually show up. Yowza, what a good explanation. Well, guess we're screwed then. This isn't the time to be funny. It's a coping mechanism, bucko. Just as I thought, none of you are trying to rid the killing game from your minds. Oldman, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your logic is just completely flawed. You keep telling us to forget about the killing game, but what about you? Aren't you constantly thinking about it too? I suppose I have been a bit hypocritical. Fair enough, I won't try to stop others from thinking about the killing game. Just, though as Lou stated, it won't be long before someone perishes. Is this what you really want? I get you're attempting to motivate us not to kill, but you're all doing is feeding us empty words. I suppose my words aren't being of much help. Very well, I'll refrain from speak until I find something that can help us forget about this killing game. Really, you're going to end up staying silent forever if we're going to go through with that. Though seriously, we need to stop trying to escape. We're only making it worse for ourselves by doing so. Literally, the only way we're going to live is if we just accept it now that there's no hope for us returning to our normal lives. Easy for you to say, bucko. I have thousands of tunes that wouldn't want my parties to stop. I want to at least explain to my students what happened to me. Same here. Being the mayor of Toontown, I guess I do have the biggest reason to get back, but can't just kill someone for that. Think about it, we all just known each other before this all happened. Would any of us really kill a potential old friend for that? That's actually quite a good point, Flippy. Surely no one would kill an old companion, yeah? And if them was enemies before. Me, I doubt any of us was friends with Mo before. He is a pretty rude guy. Everyone stop. Listen to yourselves, what is wrong with you? Talking this murder is something normal, something inevitable? Do you realize how horrible that is? You should be ashamed of yourselves, but most importantly, Sticky Lou, you really want to give up so easily? You think I want to give up? I'm only saying this because if we don't give up now, we're only going to make it worse for ourselves. If you found an escape, I'd like to know, but you don't, do you? That's why we have to keep trying. Trying is the only thing going to make us more desperate, don't you get that? But I can't just stay here for the rest of my life, I want to sail the world. We saw ourselves that these trapdoors don't lead anywhere. But to just give up, can we really? Like this, got any escape plans? I can't just let this debate go on forever. What? Interesting. Can't give up. We have to focus on our bonds first. Yeah, that makes sense. Clara, Sticky Lou, I know how you both feel, but we need to focus on our bonds first. So what, you don't want to escape? Regardless of that, what matters most is making sure we become allies. I guess that's a good idea. Yeah, we gotta trust each other first before we get to the escaping part. Because if we desperately want to escape, we're like, oh fuck, disappointment again until we finally kill each other. I suppose Flippy's right. We need to focus on forming bonds with each other first and foremost. Sorry Lou for what I said. No offense taken. Both of them seem content, but I don't think either really agrees with me. So what should we do then, Flippy? Well, there's a lake on the street. Why don't we go fishing? Fishing? Why? Well, it's a pretty good bonding experience. Wouldn't you all say? I suppose so. Do you have fishing rods? Well, count me in. You know what, Flippy? I agree with that. Time to embrace escapism. I guess recreational activities would be nice. I guess it's not should be for the best somehow. I still think we shouldn't give up on escape, but I'll follow Flippy. Well, I suppose. Let's go. So we headed over to the pond. Harry and Mom might not be with us, but I doubt they want to do this with us anyways. The lake should be on just the left of here. There you go. Here we go. There's only enough piers for 4 of us. I'll take one, I might as well do something fun. I could use some downtime. Same here. Me not know what make me follow you. Me not even know how to fish. Well, I can teach you, it's pretty fun. Or at least it is until you get tired of the smell. But hey, I'm sure you'll have fun. And so Lou, Pete, Rick, and Clef started fishing. Another one got away. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. I want to do this stress relief, but I'm not sure it's working. If it's stressing you out, Pete, you can always switch out for someone else. No, now that I've started fishing, I can't stop until I get a full bucket. Yowza, got my 3rd fish already. These are looking good for me. A shoe, great. Come on, Clef, you can do it. Yeah, me got it. Me see ya aim. Oh, trust me, aiming takes a while to master. Yeah, it really does. Wait a minute, I think I got a big one. Really, Lou? Nice. Hold on. Aha. Ow. Guess what I fished out? a pack of glue? You need to get the curse checked out, Lou. How about with Dr. Shirley? You know anything about curses? I'd say this curse of his is just a coincidence, but for it to happen how many times today? 3 times. Yeah, that's definitely something. Not sure exactly, but perhaps it might be the evidence that curses do exist. Wait a minute, I think something's in my ear. Let me just dip my face in the water. Here we go. A cork. What was a cork doing in a pack of glue? Don't know, not the first time something like this happened. Golly, that's a good luck charm. You gotta keep it, bucko, it's a must. A lucky what? What kind of joke is this, Briggy? No prank here, honest. Sure, we totally believe you. This is stupid. Why would I want to get cork as a good luck charm? Trust me, I've tried using lucky charms, none of them have worked. Why not keep it anyways? Better having it than not having it, I'd say. You really want me to keep a cork in my pocket? Do you realize how dumb that sounds? How about you, Flippy, since you make your own decisions around here? What? Well... keep it, might as well. Really? You agree with him? Fine, I'll keep it, even if good luck charms don't work. Well, what are you going to do now? Attention all Toons, come to Toontown Central Plaza for an announcement. An announcement? Oh great, what does that flunky have to say now? Whatever it is, we're not going to follow it. Regardless, we should still go. I'd rather not find out the punishment for not going. Fair enough. I say that, however. What is Flunky going to say to us? He hasn't said anything since we first learned about this killing game. Fortunately, there's only one way to find out. What now? We headed over to the plaza in silence, and once we got there, we found who was missing. You're late. You're okay, Harry. You're still paranoid about everyone? Yeah. There's no time for this. Flunky, where are you? Look above. Well, it's been a few hours since I've seen you all. Obviously, you must be wondering why I gathered you all here again. Of course. Did we even need to come here? Of course you needed to. After all, not coming to announcement would be a violation. A violation of what? I forgot something very important. The rules of this game. Well, they're quite simple, really. Don't forget them, as violation of any will result in a harsh penalty. And when I mean penalty, I mean execution. Rule 1. You're allowed to explore whatever you can. There are no restrictions. Yeah, of course. Do you want us to explore as many escapes as possible? Rule 2. A toon that kills will be deemed the greener. If they receive the majority of votes in their trial, they will be executed. If they don't, everyone else will be executed. Rule 3. An announcement will be made if 3 toons find a body at the same time. Is that really needed? Of course it is. After all, it's necessary for a fair trial. Anyways, Rule 4. In case of multiple murders or accomplice, only the toon that deals lethal damage last will be deemed the greener. Multiple murders? In other words, an accomplice has nothing to gain from helping if only one gets to escape. What a shame for them. Whoa, don't say such things. Rule 5. If I call a meeting, everyone must be present. And finally, Rule 6. The killing game will only stop once one toon remains. Only one toon? You're horrible. You absolute cretin. And just a mere flunky at that. And you think even for a second you're going to get away with this? I'll make sure you'll spend your last moments in agony. That's a bit much. But only one of us will get to live. No, I won't believe that. We can still get out together. Clara, you have to stop. What is your reason for doing this, flunky? And why in this fashion? So you wanted to exterminate us, why not do it yourself? Don't give him any ideas. While you're going through this classified information, regardless, you might not realize it, but nighttime is approaching. And of course, you're probably all wondering where to sleep, yes? Well, we have generously provided you all with estates to stay in. To access them, just enter the party hut building near the Silly Street entrance. You want us to have a party right after hearing that only one of us will escape? What is wrong with you? Normally, I love a good party, but I'm a pass. No, you're not going to live at the party side. We prepared a special location for you to live in. It just so happens you get there from the party building. That is all for now. Do we go? Only one Toon leaves. Well, everyone, you heard it. It's not going to get to that point, right? It just might. No, this is wrong. Well, me say we check out bed, we gotta sleep. No point dwelling over that rule right now. I suppose you're right, but let's just go. What is this place going to look like? A campsite. This actually looks kinda nice. So it's nighttime here. How is that possible? It was just daytime. It might be like Donald's dreamland. Cast it in shadow for eternity. Just like how the blurg is eternally winter. Actually, does that apply for every playground? Even if time changes, it's always sunny in Toontown Central. Oh, it is? I'll be honest, I haven't been outside for a long time. So are we really going to be sleeping in a place that Creighton set up? Have any ideas? Well, there better be a lot to these. It seems there are, I think. Actually, does anyone know what time it is? Me no, but me tired. Looks like there's a hut for each of us. So I guess this is good night? Guess so. We all headed into a hut in silence. Looks a lot nicer on the inside. I guess I'll try sleeping. I flopped onto my bed. I don't know if I can bother get enough to want to stay for the rest of our lives, because even I don't want to abandon the rest of the world. Might have only been a day, but how is Toontown doing without me? I never did much as mayor, but it's probably complete chaos. To think I was actually able to sleep. Attention all Toons, it's now 8 AM. Provide a morning announcement and nighttime announcement daily at 8 and 10 PM respectively. Not only that, but I have another announcement to make. Get to Toontown Central Plaza within the next 15 minutes. Another announcement? What could it be this time? I should check to see if everyone is okay. Immediately I saw... Oh hey Clara. Morning Flippy. Morning. Feeling okay? I guess. Just the fact that Flunky's fine without us exploring means Lou was probably right. So, thank you for the fishing idea yesterday. It was a nice diversion. Yeah, no problem, Clara. Though to be honest, you only said it since you didn't want to side with anyone, right? Well, I mean, I'm the mayor. Compromises are kinda my thing. Well, maybe it was for the best. However, I'm not sure you can just distract everyone forever, Flippy. Yeah, I know it's only a temporary solution, but hopefully it can work for now. Anyways, did you eat your meal for today? Huh? I didn't see one. It was on my chair. I assume you got one too. Oh, I kinda just rushed out of my house. And I'm not really hungry right now. Yeah, me neither. Soon enough, more and more Toons got out of their houses. You walk up to the announcement too? Yeah. So Flunky wants to see us again. Well, I'll go on ahead. You should probably head over there as well. Yeah. We headed over to the plaza and over the course of 10 minutes, everyone was there. Waking us up so early like this, just for an announcement. I wasn't able to sleep at all. Well, I was able to sleep just fine. No need to brag about it. Well, you're probably wondering why I called another announcement so early. Well, it's quite simple. How are you all still alive? After the last announcement, I was sure someone would have killed another overnight. I guess we've made some miscalculations. It's not even that hard, just break into someone's room and choke them to death or something. Yeah, make a bunch of noises, break in and get caught. What a brilliant plan. Oh, but your houses have soundproof walls. I suppose that of you would assume huts would have soundproof walls, but no one heard anything from outside once you were inside, yes? That's true. Enough of this. What is this announcement for? Sheesh, imprisoned much. Anyways, since I'd like to speed things up, I'll be providing some extra motivation for you all. Extra motivation? Is eternal imprisonment not enough for you? It really isn't. Anyways, this 4-part motive is sure to divide you up naturally. 4-part? That's pretty overkill, bucko. Just let me speak. Anyways, this motive is actually more simple than you might expect. You'll all be given your gangs back. Not only that, you'll be given a special laugh meter. They're all set to 100. Also, each day a certain amount of you will lose half of your laugh. What will you do? Slowly go sad or use some of your dangerous gags to kill? Imagine death by falling piano or by trapdoor or perhaps a foghorn. Have fun with this motive. I'm never coming out of my house again. Harry, you're giving us all of our gags back, so we kill each other with them. Wanting to use our own gags against us. You're a despicable being. Nobody get any ideas from this. Question is, who had gags on them before? Wouldn't that be all of the SOS dudes? I know I was one. SOS dudes? What that? Well, I know I had some others helped out tunes from time to time, so I always had some gags on me. Though unfortunately, the whole memory loss thing, I don't know who is also... Well, I'll admit, I have grand pianos. Alright, is anyone else here one? I have trapdoors. Ah, hypno goggles. Seems like I'll be reunited with them. What happened to the whole I won't speak thing? Got tired of that? But don't you realize with hypno goggles, it might just be possible to make others forget about the killing game. Of course, that's not what they're meant for, but just perhaps. Though the problem would be how to perform a mass hypnosis. I've did it before I wanted to do this, but with a group of 15, it's near impossible to achieve. That is unless everyone cooperates with this. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep my free will, thank you very much. Moving aside, I can restock gags, but they're not for me. I can make sure others can always hit, whoop-de-doo. Use a foghorn to kill, oh please. Why would I use a musical instrument to kill? It'd be disrespect to the world of music. And not to the victim? Hold on, if we are going to get our gags back, then I'll get my juggling cubes back. I can just tune up anyone whose laugh gets half each day. Really? That's great. Oh yeah, no, Flippy's going to be the exception to this. Him getting his tune-up gags back would literally ruin the whole motive. But that's not fair. And what are you going to do about it? Tough luck. I have a question for Flunky. You said this be a 4-part motive, yes? So do tell, I've only covered 3 parts so far. Will you just stop questioning me? The 4th part will be revealed later. Happy killing. Oh, that doesn't seem too bad, right? If some of us will have our laugh halved each day, then it take forever to get down to 0. Assuming Flucky rounds to the nearest number, it'd actually be impossible. If he rounded down, it takes 7 iterations to go to 0, so at the very moment we all have a week. What happens if the laugh beta reaches 0? Seeing how much he wants to kill us, it'll probably be lethal. Hold on, how do we even check our laugh? It'd probably be easy to find out how much we have tomorrow. So if anyone feels worse tomorrow, we can probably guess they have 50 laugh and the rest of us 100. I guess so. This doesn't seem like the worst thing, but what is the last part of the motive? Well, what do we do today? Well, how about we do some target practice? Target practice? I'll be honest, there isn't really a reason to. I just think it'd be fun to do. Practice aiming for the head of the cretin, Flunky? Sounds good to me. Training for battle might do us some good. Yeah, good idea, Flippy, good idea. You're pretty good at thinking of activities to do, Flippy. Thanks. Seriously, I don't mean that as a joke or anything. So what will be used against target? And what are we throwing at it? Well, I still got the score, so I guess we can use it as a dart. Sorry pal, I don't think that'd be very throwable. Worth a shot. Anyways, for the target, I guess we could use some random fence or something. Maybe we can board the trolley. I'm pretty sure there's a minigame with targets in it. Not possible. Why? Trolley games would increase our laugh, yeah? Being able to play fun games, therefore I doubt Flunky would allow us to board. Your logic makes sense, however. Can literally see the trolley over there isn't blocked off. Feel free to try, I won't stop you. However, I believe I'm right that Flunky would prevent us. Well, I try it out anyways. Stay right here. Tom went over to the trolley and less than a minute later. I don't know how, but the trolley was blocked by some sort of barrier. I can't really describe it. It's like I just couldn't board it. Barrier? Sorry, I just find it hard to believe. Suit yourself, I'm not good at explaining things. In that case, I'm going to check this out myself. Surly and a few others went to check out the trolley. How remarkable. As expected, Flunky's trying everything to stop us from gaining laugh. Don't tell me, is the fishing pond off limits too? We was able to go there yesterday. Besides, fishing is exactly the most fun. Agreed. Well, whatever, we got off topic. If not in a trolley game, where will you do target practice? Defense idea is fine, Lou. Still a loss of what to use for darts. How about we use some sticks from those bushes back there? That might just work, Flippy. You all play with your sticks and stones. I'm not going to participate in this idiotic game. We're not even using stones. Stop getting so fixated on the smallest details. I'm not sure if you should let Mo do whatever he wants alone. Not only that, but Harry keeps distancing himself from us. He's just a fishy group from yesterday now, which is supposed to be consistent, but still. I don't want anyone getting hurt, especially not Harry. To be afraid of all of us, I don't know how I could make him trust us. Even if he doesn't want to be near Aaron, I feel like if anyone has a chance to talk to him, it'd be you. You're right, it's irresponsible for me to do nothing. I'll be back, you can all have fun playing target practice. Are we finally ready? I think so. Splendid, who wants to go first? Why not Flippy? It was his idea. Idea Toon first. Sure, I'm fine with that. Everyone, well, not everyone. The ones gathered here around the fence near the pet shop. Alright, Flippy, just throw the branch to one of those pole things. Steady, and... yeah. Holy moly, that was a perfect shot. Talk about some major precision. Well, Flippy wins, clear as that. This was a competition? No, I just kinda went first. You can all still take a shot. Well, I'll be the judge of everyone's throws. Who will come out on top as the best Toon? Find out how in... Wait, I don't know how to call this competition. Well, no matter. Everyone do your best. You're quite excited for this, Riggy. Well, why wouldn't I be? I always love hosting dart competitions during my parties. It's always been a while throwing branches at the fence. And not to toot my own horn, but I was the only one to directly hit the target. Actually, got a lot of practice throwing back in the day. Never thought it'd help me win some competition. Eventually. And Flippy remains throwing a stick at a fence champion. Well, we really destroyed the fence, didn't we? Even if none of us are as good as Flippy, I'd say it was a good way to burn off steam. So what's next? Well, how about that? Not exactly sure what to do now. Well, maybe we could go racing, perhaps that could help us. Not a bad idea. What is it, Oldman? I have a feeling the racetracks will be blocked off like the trolley, yeah? Oh crap, you're right. Maybe we should talk to one another. That'd be a good bonding experience. Sure, that's fine with me. Wanna chat about something, Flippy? Looks like Pete wants to say something. How about... let's talk to Tom. I don't really... yeah, let's talk to Tom. He's the first dude. We talked, Tom. Yeah. The others all started formed duos and headed out. So, what's your favorite gag? It's honestly not Toon Up, despite the fact it's my specialty. Really? I was gonna assume that. Well then, what is your favorite then? It's actually throw. Ah, so that's how you're so good at throwing things with such precision. I bet you could throw a pie directly through a fence. I don't think I could throw a pie that fast. I know, like between the atoms. Huh. Bad joke, huh? Don't worry, there's a reason actual jokes are near the bottom of the tune-up chain. Yeah. Well, what about you? What's your favorite gag? I guess it's a split of throw and squirt, since they are the beginning of the gags. Fair, fair. I know this isn't really a good question to ask, especially now, but how are you holding up considering, well, the killing game? I'll be totally honest, not good at all. I don't think I've ever felt this down, or at least not according to my memories. I don't even know how many of us would be losing laugh each day. And regarding the motive, What's the fourth part gonna be? That is true, we don't even know the full motive. But even so, let's both make it out of this, Flippy. No, not just us, but everyone. Even if we can't escape via the trolley, and probably not the raceway either, we'll find a way. Tom. I know, wanting to escape is what Flunky wants us to do, but I hope you trust that I won't ever kill, and honestly, I don't think any of us will. Yeah, you're right, Tom. Well, I guess that was a nice chat. You really bounced back, don't you? Well, to be fair, I'm not actually super happy. But you know what they say, fake it till you make it. I guess, but maybe don't hide your feelings too much. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll go eat my food for today. Yeah, I think I'll do the same. Kinda get an appetite after that branch throwing. See ya. Heading back to my hut, I eat. I noticed someone outside another hut. It was Paula. Harry, please. Why would you just leave me alone? What I showed him was Harry's door was barely open, just enough to hear him from inside. No luck, huh? Fortunately, yes. Oh no, not more tunes. It's Flippy. Harry, neither of us are here to hurt you. As if. Paul had been here for a while now. What could I say to Harry? Harry, remember what Flunky said, how there's no reason to be an accomplice? So knowing that, you can feel okay that neither of us would hurt you. Or at least, not in front of the other? Exactly. See, Harry? Not everyone is out to get you. You two are just trying to lure me into a trap. We're really not, Harry. It's not healthy to just lock yourself up all day. You need sunlight. It's better to be safe than dead. Harry shut the door completely. I don't think you're going to get Harry outside today. Harry, we're leaving now, okay? But please come out tomorrow, alright? You know we can't hear because of the soundproof walls, right? I know, Flippy. Suddenly, I heard footsteps. Ah, so there you two are. What is it, Coach Z? I'm gathering up everyone at the hall to discuss how we'll handle the motives. See as well, it'll start tomorrow. Have you eaten yet, Flippy and Paula? I haven't. Neither have I. Well, do it quick. Everyone will be there soon. I suppose you should simply eat then, Flippy. Agreed. Let me just save here. I don't know why, but my voice is kind of sore today. Just gonna rest a bit. Just gonna rest my voice a bit. Right, where were we? I went back inside, found my meal on the chair next to my bed and ate it quickly. After that, I headed to the toon hall. I haven't actually been back inside since the beginning. Well, no point starting out here. I opened the door and headed inside. Yeah, looks like I'm here last. Well, assuming Harry isn't coming. I'll assume too. Well, Coachy got a plan on what to do about the motive. It's not really a plan, but we should meet up every morning from now on. The plaza should be fine, since the Flunky makes us meet there a lot anyways. Every morning, can't we just sleep in? We're going to get woken up by the morning announcement anyways, Lou. I guess you're right, fine. We'll be able to see who got their laugh halved at the start of each day. Exactly. So was that it, or is there anything else to say? Well, I guess I have something to say. Harry's completely shut himself in, and I don't think anyone can get him to come out. If his goal is not to get killed, then it's a pretty idiotic plan. Huh. He's going to be at the same place the entire time. A killer could use that to their advantage. It doesn't take any brain cells to figure that one out. Oh wait, I forgot, none of you have any. The fuck's your problem, dude? You seriously didn't need to say that insult, Mo. Well, if you're so smart, then why did you say what I said first? We're not as blunt as you, Mo. Intelligence has nothing to do with it. And yet you're agreeing with me, are you not? I've made my point, therefore I shall leave now. Mo brushed past me and went out of the door. Well, so it's coming down to this. With the old man leaving. Eventually, everyone walked out of the toon hall. Except... Surly, you're not leaving? In a bit, Flippy. I didn't realize what he was looking at. Is that a cardboard cutout of you? It is. We use them when we're not present. We? The group of scientists I usually work with. Though, what I don't understand is why it's here. Well, I am here. We programmed them to go invisible if we're present within a certain radius. Really? That's amazing. I'll be honest, I'm not sure how they made it, but it seems that Foxy stopped working. What? Who's they? I can't pinpoint the name, but it was definitely someone within my team. I'm still quite perplexed how the cogs were able to take away any memories of specific tunes. That is true. I know I had a family, but trying to think about who they were, I can't get any further than that. All I know is that they were good parents, nothing else. I'll be leaving now. Yeah, me too. Decided to head back to my hut to rest. Coming back inside, I now realize the phone on my wall. I doubt it works, but I might as well check to see if it does. Picked up the phone and tried dialing anything. Nothing. I shouldn't have tried. And I suppose I could take an afternoon nap. Laying down on my bed again, I realized just how tired I really was. I fell asleep almost instantly. Cool. Clef, the ultimate pie enthusiast. Want to know something about him, Flippy? What is happening? He despised your whole use of cream pies in your election campaign. What the hell? Really now? You spread propaganda to fence sitters trying to make you lose for such a petty reason. How does this make you feel? Weird. The best part is because of his campaign. Well, you only remember if you kill someone, though. You can almost likely figure out what happened, Flippy. I wonder who you'll target. No, who is saying this to me? And why? What did Clef do? Do it. Huh? Do it. Kill someone. Kill. Kill. Yeah. What a dream. Nightmare. It was just a dream. Wait, no, how could that be true? Someone was talking to me, telling me about something Clef did to me. But why? What time is it? Looked around for any type of clock, to no avail. But in doing so, I realized there was another plate of food sitting in my hut. Is it the next day already? I knew it was afternoon when I went to sleep, but did I really sleep that long? At Sentinel Tunes, it is now 8 a.m. Motive is now full in effect. The gags have been returned to you fully functional. Use them however you wish. So I really did sleep that long. I even slept through the nighttime announcement. But besides that weird dream, I don't feel any different. Well, unfortunately, it looks like I really won't be getting any of my tune-up gags. Yes, it's time for a morning meeting at the plaza. I opened my door, seeing a few other tunes already emerging. Morning, Giggles. Morning, Flippy. Morning. What? Why'd you go silent all of a sudden? Nothing, just weird how dark it is here. Whatever, good to see you three already up. Let's head over to the plaza already. Yeah. Is Giggles staring at me? Let's go. Right. What was that conversation just now? It just felt so tense. While I'm still going to the meeting, it'd be wrong to miss it. The dream motive. Once I made it to the plaza, more and more tunes arrived. Morning. Yeah, good morning. I slept weirdly. Same here. Could the others not take forever to get here? I wanted to bring Harry, but no luck again. The flow of tunes stopped with Oldman. So is no one else coming? That may be the case. So many absences. Harry, I'm not surprised, but where the heck are Clef, Riggy, and Surly? Wait. Oh no. No. Guys, is it possible that... Pete didn't say it, but... No, you don't mean that, right, Pete? Of course he means it, Beige Dog. If he didn't, why would he even bring up that someone killed someone? Mo, he didn't even say that. Oh, please, you know that he was going to say it was bound to happen eventually. And I've got the others. Huh? What's that? We all turned around to see... We're here now. You three. What happened to you guys? You look so... down. They got their laugh half, didn't they? Bullseye. I awoke to the announcement, however, it took a while for my body to get up. That's when I realized I must have been a victim of the motive. I totally feel fine. Nope, no problems here. Well, that's a laugh for sure. I assume you felt the same, Clef. I noticed Clef looking especially bad. Do you feel even worse than them? Your feathers look all ruffled up. Me followed the pan me food, then me have to clean himself. Guess me dad did a poor job pan that department. So this is the motive in full force then. Not only that, but I have a feeling everyone had a certain dream, yeah? Huh? You too, old man? Was it off the same tune? I don't think so, it seemed really personal. Pete, you didn't, right? Huh? Didn't what? Yeah, no, it was probably just a lie, I was told. Was it? It made sense why he'd do that to me. What the? Was Pete the one in your dream too? No, it was someone else, but I feel like disclosing who would just cause drama. Well, it seems you found the fourth part of the motive, yes? The fourth part, of course. So great, this last part was made purposely to get us to turn on each other. Well, no, it's just a lie, right? Right? Yeah. Even if it wasn't, I wouldn't kill Clef for whatever he might have done to my campaign. Any toon has a right to criticize a candidate. However, looking at everyone else, it seems that some of them got a more severe motive against someone. Pardon me, but what exactly are you all talking about? Huh? Did you also have some sort of motive dream? I did not. Same here, so I am being left out. Could it be that because your laugh got halved, you didn't get one? Yeah, that's probably it. How in the world does this motive work? There has to be some way to restore their laugh. There has to be. Is there any type of activity we can do? Flippy, any ideas? I guess we could go fishing again? Yeah, no, me got a better idea. Oh, you do? Me get me supply of whole cream pies back and getting hit by one with a sort of laugh, yeah? So, it'd be okay letting you use them for a competition. You sure about that, Clef? If what my dream was said was true, Clef is willing to go against his morals on the usage of whole cream pies for this. A competition? We gotta host this, Clef. Are you sure about this? You two aren't feeling well. Well, how about, oh, I know, I can host with them. I'll be the cool supervisor. If we have someone in good shape, I think it'll be fine. I'm not so sure about that. If you got a problem, then join us, Downer. Bit rude of you, Riggy. Though he is right, I guess I shouldn't complain. I wouldn't want to host something like that. Alright then, so when are we gonna host this? This afternoon would be fine. Everyone be here in like 6 or so hours. 6 hours? Why would we need... Wait, never mind. I know what I'll be doing for those 6 hours. What exactly? That's a secret. I'll assume it's a secret in a good way. It is. I just wanted it to be a surprise. Oh, let me help you. I think I know what you're thinking of. Really? Prove it. Whisper what I'm thinking. Ricky whispered to Bessie something. What? How did you guess? It's not that difficult to guess, bucko. Well, don't tell anyone else. I'll be super cool. I can help you with that. Really? Of course, bucko. Okay, let's go. So Bessie and Ricky left. Great, me happy. All these set up himself. Well, whatever. Me have 6 hours to do it. Me I make myself look presentable. Well, there goes the host crew. Well, we have 6 hours to do nothing. I won't be spending it with any of you, that's for sure. Flunky's doing everything to get us to turn on each other. If no one is willing to be hypnotized, how will you deal with this situation? He continues to say things like that, but refuses to provide us with practical ideas. Then again, what one may consider practical might be insane to another. I'm not usual myself, so I doubt I can do much at that moment. Therefore, I'll be resting. You look like you want to say something, Coach Z. I think we need to talk about who we saw in our motive dream. Perhaps, however, I feel like it'd be better to confront whoever you got in private, not in public. Speaking of which, I think I'll talk to them now. Oh, I kinda said who I had, but I doubt Pete would ever have done anything bad like that. I hope he didn't do anything too bad. My target did what they did on accident. Do you want to talk about it in private, Tom? Yeah, that'd be nice. So, we already know that Tom saw Pete in his dream. There goes Tom and Pete. Probably should have gone with them. Why's that? Since I got Tom is how Pete put it, my target. Oh. But it's not too late, you can definitely catch up to them. It's not really worth it. All Tom did to me was, well, in a way, provide all those stupid toons that don't know how to battle. Just because he makes those idiots feel welcome and gets them to stay doesn't mean it's his fault those toons are idiots. I see. In that case, should I share about Clef? Part of me wants to share my dream with Clef first, but sharing wouldn't do any harm, would it? Talk about Clef, why not? Let me just save it just in case. I guess I should say who I got then. Really? Who was it? It was Clef, actually. Clef? Well, that's kinda random. I guess, but regardless of that, Clef supposedly rallied against me for using whole cream pies in my campaign. As in, I encouraged toons to have fun throwing them around. Isn't Clef's favorite pie that? Yeah, which is why I don't think he's actually okay with us using them for whatever competition we're going to have. Perhaps he's willing to sacrifice his opinion for the greater good. Looks like it. Pretty admirable, actually. Wait, was that a jab at me? Unlike someone else here. What do you mean? I'm just going to be frank, Flippy. You were the one in my motive dream and... What is wrong with you? Huh? What do you mean? Even if you don't know what you did because of memory loss, that doesn't excuse what you've done. What did I even do? You performed an illegal draft to get toons to fight for you. What the fuck? What? I don't know the full details, but you better have a good reason for it. Because if you just performed a random draft with a regular influx of cogs, well, I won't say what. Did I do that? But if I did, wouldn't I remember it even a bit? Perhaps those motive dreams are fake. That's the only explanation, right? The fuck, dude? Well, that guy has some nerve. No kidding. I don't know what your reason would have been, but I'd assume you were under a bunch of pressure. Assuming Giggles is even saying the truth, that is. Huh. Look, I got Giggles as my target, and I'm pretty sure he was exaggerating. Probably just blowing things out of proportion just like... Well, I'll just stop myself there. And with Lou leaving, the only ones left were... Well, the mood suddenly dropped once Bessie and Ricky went off to do whatever they were going to do. No kidding. Well, do you two have any ideas what to do for these 6 hours? Not really sure. I'd say take a nap, though not sure what I'd do then. Since, well, I'd slept for over 12 hours. 12 hours? Geez, how tired were you? I guess very. Well, I'll be honest, I haven't been doing very well myself. Not because of the motive, the toon I got didn't do anything too bad to me. I guess we three got kinda lucky then. The thing is, does anyone even remember doing this stuff? That is true. I mean, it makes sense what they did, so I don't think it was a lie. But isn't the amnesia we have only caused us to forget specific of toons? Or did we also forget things we did as well? Maybe we did. Since what Clef did makes sense, but did I really call an illegal draft? What could have made me do that? Flippy, you okay there? Yeah, I'm fine. Just wondering how to continue leading this group. I say that, but in reality, I was the one in charge. You're not a good liar, are you, Flippy? That obvious? Well, better a bad liar than a really good liar, I'd say. Guess so. Look, Flippy, I know I was the one who recommended you be the leader, but a leader needs the others to back them up. So look, Flippy, if you need help leading, I'd be happy to help. You kinda already became co-leader with Flippy. Wait, what? I have? Well, I mean, you've been a great help. You can't just let me do that to you without your permission. Wait, what did you say? I said you've been a great help. I wanted to lead everyone by myself at first, but it didn't take long to realize that was not going to work. I mean, I didn't even decide the teams we made at the beginning. Well, that doesn't mean you're not the leader. If anything, that makes you a great leader, ensuring everyone pitches in. Maybe, but I haven't even done anything noteworthy myself. As if, besides the pie throwing thing, we're doing later on, you've arranged all the activities we've done. Well, I guess, but they're all pretty spontaneous. So sometimes you have to think on the spot, and a good leader is able to do just that. Even if you didn't want to side with either Lou and I think in the end, that was the best thing to do, telling us to grow our bonds. Sometimes the best answer might not be either of the choices given, but one of our own. Really? Of course. Not only that, but the branch throwing thing was pretty funny to see. Even if we destroyed the fence, it was good to set our minds off of the killing game for a bit. You guys. I'll assume you were good friends before we got our memories taken away. I mean, Flippy has good aim, and Clara's probably mastered trap, if she's an SOS toon, so yeah, I'd see it. What do you call our group again, Coach Z? Was it simply just the silly street crew? You know, us three, plus Tom and Pete? I mean, it was an obvious name. You were the first ones to check out Silly Street. Speaking of those two, I hope they talked about what Pete might have done to Tom. I hope they did, since Tom did seem quite chicken about it. No doubt about that. He seemed to really hope the motive dream was a lie. Yeah. You know what? I'll go check up on them. You do that. I think I'll take Flippy's nap idea. I haven't gotten the best sleep thus far. I'll see you to the competition. What will you be doing, Coach Z? No clue. Guess I could practice for the competition. I do intend on competing. And you sound so lowly competed, Flippy. You do great at it. I'll definitely consider it. Well, you go look for Pete and Tom. I'll be staying here. Yeah, got it. I'll assume they went to the campsite. Hopefully I'm right about that. I'm not sure which hut is whose, but I think I remember Pete coming from this one the other day. I knocked on the door, waited to see if anyone opened it. Hopefully a knock goes through the soundproof walls, otherwise that'd be a problem. After a few seconds the door opened. And out came both of them. So, you two okay? Yeah, we talked about the motive and stuff. Yep. What did Pete do according to the motive dream? I cannot believe I could have done that to you, Tom. Yeah. Look, if you don't want to talk to me again, then I understand. I think I knocked at the worst time. No, it's fine. Like I've been saying, it's probably just a lie. But what if it's not? I don't want to butt in on this one, but would it be okay with you sharing what your motive was, Tom? Can I, Pete? Of course. Well, I still don't think it's true, but according to that dream thingy, Pete, he might have personally rejected my application to become a teacher. Oh. And the weird voice in the dream said it was because he didn't trust certain tunes after an incident. What? I don't remember anything about purposely rejecting Tom, but I can vaguely remember a time where, well, to put it very lightly, I had a bias. I've moved on from that, I swear, but you don't have any right to hate me for it. Are you able to pinpoint the reason why? I only have a vague recollection of what happened, but it's not something I feel comfortable talking about. I'm sorry. Pete rushed into his house after saying that. Yeah, I don't believe it. It's just a lie that freaking voice told me. Flip it, please. Please at least pretend it's a lie. Tom, even if what the motive said is true, I think he's honest that he's moved on from that. Really? Yeah, really. Call me a bit naive, but I'll take Toon's words as fact, unless I'm proven otherwise. And well, I feel like of all Toons you'd know, he doesn't hold a grudge anymore. Me? Well, obviously, I don't want to pry in what type of bias he had, but if he really did something bad to you back then, you have to recall that before we had our one-on-one conversation, Pete seemed he wanted to talk to you. And well, shouldn't that say a lot about him? If he still held onto whatever belief he had to reject you unfairly, why would he want to talk to you now? Yeah, you're right. Can't believe I was so distraught over that motive dream. It wouldn't matter either way. Besides, I don't even remember getting any sort of teaching credentials. I doubt I would have gotten the job anyways. That's the right thought, but remember not to put yourself down too. I know, but I mean, you wouldn't hire a teacher without any credentials, right? That's how I spell credentials. Okay, I guess that's fair, but still, you shouldn't treat yourself like that. Don't worry, you're here to keep me in check. I'm not a therapist, Tom. Well, you don't gotta be one to make someone's day. I'll be going to check on everyone else. Maybe I'll be able to see what Bessie and Ricky are working on. Don't you want to check up on Pete first? Oh crap, right, oops. Then I'll do that first. See you at the pie thingy. Actually, wait, where is that gonna be? I'd assume the plaza. Got it, thanks. I'm actually quite surprised he bounced back so easily from that. Maybe it can be a good leader like Coach Z said. I walked away to let Tom be, and at the same time someone else emerged from their hut. Ah, stupid feathers. Oh, it's you, Clef. Yeah, finally, you look like a mess. The pie throwing competition is going to be at the plaza, right? Yeah, just over 5 hours, me think now. Well, maybe we gotta go over there now. Actually, this might be a good time to talk about my motive. Hey, Clef. Might have told others this, but I feel like it's fair to tell you as well. It's about the motive dream. What about it? Well, you were in mine. You got a problem with me? No, I don't. If anything, do you have a problem with this competition? Huh? Well, assuming what my dream said is true, I feel like you really don't want others to be throwing pies around. If it were the greater good, be fine with it. He says that, but his face says otherwise. If you're really sure, then I won't stop you. Want help bringing over the pies from your house? No, be fine. If you want help, then get some for the boundaries of the arena. Got it, I'll find something. I ended up trying to use a part of my carpet as a marker, but I didn't have anything that could easily cut a carpet. Eventually, I decided to use some branches as boundaries, but then after hours of trying to find any straight branches, I realized I could just go to Goofy Speedway for cones. Damn it, what a waste of time. I haven't actually been to Goofy Speedway yet. Well, no use just standing here. Time to get some cones. I spent way too long trying to find good branches. I quickly began picking up spare cones I found around the arena. However, what I wasn't expecting was... Oh, why are you here, Flippy? I could ask you the same question, old man. Fair enough. I'll be brief with you, Flippy. I'm asking Toons a certain question. A question? What is it? Do you want to go under hypnosis? What? Is it because of the hypno goggles you got? If so, then we've already shown our disinterest. Are you saying you're fine with these thoughts about the killing game plaguing your mind? That's not the issue. The issue is that you're trying to rid others of their choice. Didn't you introduce yourself by preaching Toons to do the work themselves? If your goal is to get everyone to forfeit the desire to escape, then you're going about it in a horrible way. Not only that, but aren't you constantly flipping what you're saying? One moment you want to do anything to stop others from thinking about this killing game, and the next moment you say that you won't stop us from thinking what we want. Well, it appears you've noticed. Noticed? What do you mean by that? What else do you think I'm referring to? I want to see which students are willing to take the hard path in life. Huh? I think you put the pieces together, Flippy. You're the first one I've asked this question privately to, and I think your stern answer speaks volumes. I wonder, who also has the same strong ideals as you? Well, I'll find out after the pie event. I believe that'll be starting soon. Put the pieces together. What is Old Man's true goal? Does he want to hypnotize everyone or not? And does he have to be so cryptic about it? It's worrying. I continue collecting coins, bringing small stacks from the speedway. Eventually, it's time for the competition. There we go. I think everything is ready. Yeah, looks like it. So, Riggy, where is Bessie? Shouldn't she be here already? Don't you remember? It's a secret. Okay, but I'm pretty sure Toons are about to start showing up. Almost as if on cue, the few Toons arrived. It took 6 hours to make this? Wait, why did I say that in that accent? Well, to be fair, we really don't know if it's actually been 6 hours. Still, if all you needed was some cones and pies, did you really need all that time? Look, me says 6 hours because me want others to do whatever them want for a while. I feel like a broken record at this point, but Harry won't be coming. Don't sweat it, Paula. Tom, did you talk things out with Pete? Yeah, honestly, I can't believe I could have thought of him as a bad tune. That's good. Is he coming? Well, no, he feels that after kind of arguing with Briggy that he probably should just stay home. I see. Well, good to know you two were able to talk it out. Yep, now it's time to see you win. Just because I rolled to hit the fence doesn't mean I'll be able to hit a moving target as well. Well, hey, best of luck. Am I late? Considering we don't actually know what time it is, I'll just say no. Truth be told, I was worried about the whole time thing, considering as you said, we don't actually know what time it is. Flunky needs to give us like a watch. Agreed. We waited around 15 minutes to see if anyone else would join us. And these three also showed up. Can we just start already? Alright, I'll go get Bessie. Another few minutes pass until... Present your eyes for... the super cool supervisor, Bessie. We all looked over to where Ricky was pointing. And we saw... outfit change. Hello and welcome everybody to the Ultimate Pie Duel. Bessie, what in the world are you wearing? Why only the coolest, most awesomest outfit in the world? Is this what you and Reggie were making in the spare time? Yep, an outfit made from nature. Did you make glasses out of sticks? Sure did. Well, who's ready to start? I sure am, so he's gonna be our first two contestants. How about Flippy and Clara? Oh, the blue snapper versus the trapeze. Are you two ready to start this competition off? The blue sniper, is that my nickname now or something? Well, it suits you considering your aim. Also, I didn't exactly plan on competing, but considering Bessie's gusto, I can't say no. Alright, looks like the trapeze act is ready, but how about the blue sniper? Well, I guess it's a couple of tools wanting me to join. I guess I am. Then it's settled, get your pies ready. Oh, but first, Clef needs to tell you the 2 rules. Not many rules, just that you both only get 2 pies each, so make your throws count. And don't make too much of a mess, please. Got it. Well, pretty sure I'm going to lose to you, Flippy. But don't let your guard down, I'ma go all out. Okay, you two, go get your 2 pies from the table and pick one of the 2 zones behind you. May the best pie thrower win. Yeah. Well, don't just stand there, go! Right. I feel a bit bad for Clara, having to go up against someone who's gotten a lot of practice in life. Are you two ready? Yeah. Alright, countdown time. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Flippy, this may or may not work, but think fast. Clara threw both pies at once. Though since she threw them with the same hand, she missed with both. Well, I can't say I didn't try. But I can still tie it by dodging both of yours. She missed both throws. I feel like I shouldn't just pummel her with these pies. Hit me with your best shot. But at the same time, I feel like that might offend her if I purposely miss. What should I do? Don't hold back. Alright, Clara, I won't hold back. Good, now all I gotta do is duck. I threw both pies directly at her mid-sentence. I heard both hit Clara. I feel a bit bad for doing that, but I feel like had I not tried my best, it would have been an insult. But then, as the pie slipped off Clara, I noticed something extremely wrong. What is it? Everything is so gloomy. Clara. Wait, Clara, what happened to you? I don't know. Don't tell me. Gags deal damage to us, not heal us? What the fuck? Oh, what a twist. Well, that just sucks. How are we supposed to have any fun? Hold that thought. I'll help Clara clean up. Okay. Well, this party's cancelled. Yeah, you don't say. How could none of us guess that Gags would hurt us? Now that I think about it, it makes perfect sense for Flunky to do that to us. So, not only did this happen, but we never need to taste meat pies. Oh dear. With Reggie, Clef, and Sony's laugh drain, it was because of Flunky, but this is my fault. I should have gone all out. Help. How do I be motivational? Just let me handle this, Tom. Flippy, you still there? Yeah. You know this isn't your fault, right? Say it's not. But, Flippy, like you said, none of us guessed that all the gags would cause laugh damage. So say it, it's not your fault. It's... Come on, you know what the truth is. Geez, take a chill pill, coach. Screaming at him isn't going to help. He knows what he's done, give him space. Alright? I'm a horrible mayor. I thought I was getting better at helping Tom with his motive, but I'm nothing. Flippy, at least Clara's still alive. I know, one more pie and she'd be a goner. I would have killed her. Kill her. Not surprised. Don't start with his giggles. Fine. Well, maybe Bessie can raise her laugh in some way. Maybe some ice cream? I haven't seen any ice cream. True, I haven't seen any either. I felt a bond with her, and I've ruined it. I know this is really Flunky's fault, but I can't help it. I've always blown things out of proportion, especially when it comes to friendships. Maybe. Maybe you and Clara could talk it out, like how Pete and I did. Right? Why do you always get this emotional? It's pathetic as a leader. If only my memories didn't contain countless times I've gotten like this. You have to stop looking at the moron. You have to stop looking like a moron. Yeah, I'll talk to her. Just let me clean up this arena. Just go already. Seriously, we'll clean this up. Just hurry up and go to Clara. Okay. Right, before leaving, I realized Oldman was just staring at me. Then I remembered what he said. How he wants to see which students are willing to take the hard path in life. Did he know this was going to happen? No, I can't overthink this. I need to see Clara pronto. Damn, what a twist. I think Bessie took Clara over to the potty hut building, so I'll assume they went to the huts. What am I even going to say to her? I finally made my way over to the huts. I noticed one of the doors closed right as I got there. I assumed Bessie took her inside her hut. While waiting for Bessie to emerge back from Clara's hut, I noticed others were arriving. Huh? Why are you three here so soon? Giggles wanted to clean everything himself, and well, I'm not going to pass up the chance to do nothing. He just never liked seeing pies and in the flaw. Oh well, where are the others? I don't know, probably just help Giggles anyways. Well, I'm just waiting for Bessie to come out. I want to talk to Clara. Fair. She'd probably do that. I know. I need to apologize to her. I'd recommend doing so. Suddenly, we heard the door open. Bessie, is Clara okay? Well, no. Wait, what happened to your outfit? I gave it to Clara. I don't know if it'll help at all, but anything is anything left in her closet. Can I see her? If you want, but she probably just wants to sleep. Maybe just send her a note to talk later? I'm sorry, but I have to see her now. I won't stop you. Thank you. Just a heads up, she might already be asleep. Got it. I went inside Clara's hut, finding a slightly different looking hut. Clara, are you okay with talking? I slowly walked towards the other room. Where is she? Oh, it's just you. Clara, I'm sorry? Yeah. Flippy. Do you really think I'd be angry at you? Huh? Well, if anything, could only really be sad at you if I'd be thinking negatively. Which, kinda am. But I basically just, well, how to put this? Put me in a bad mood? Yeah. Well, I guess you did, but can't just hold something against someone when, well, they didn't know any better. You're being serious? I'm super low on laugh. How could I be joking? I guess you're right about that. No problem. But I'm getting really sleepy. Could you leave me be for now? Or at least quiet down? Right. Well, have a nice nap? I'll try, Flippy. I'll try. Damn. This is getting tense. I stayed for a bit, then left Clara to sleep. I closed the door behind me. Everything go A-okay? Yeah. I feel like I overreacted a bit, but can't help it. It's in my nature to want to make sure everything's right. You sure about that? Your face tells me otherwise. No, just thinking about something unrelated. Oh, well, if that's the case, looks like everything will be A-okay. Gotta say, Bessie, I don't think I've ever seen you that serious before. Newsflash, we only known each other for like a couple of days. Oh, right. But hey, I'll take that as a compliment. Boom, multiple character traits. Yeah, sure. Well, just know, the stranger crew will always help each other. Yeah, the stranger crew. What do I do now? It's not very late, if at all. Once again, I heard another group of toons arriving at the huts. Phew, that was some serious work. It was nothing compared to what I've had to do. Okay, well, that doesn't mean it was annoying for us, bucko. It was just some cones and some minor cleaning, Riggy. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, well, remember that Reggie did get his laugh drained. Fine. Oh, did you five already finish cleaning the arena? Yep, the plaza looks like it used to be. We would have been faster had Ricky not been complaining the whole time. Normally lecture about how stupid it is to go to an event without full laugh, but so I guess that wouldn't be fair. Yeah, betcha it'd be unfair. You think I like being like this? Ricky, how about you just go to your hut? I was gonna go there, bucko. Oh, is it raining? Oh dear, that remark must have made your guilt worse. Yes, it is raining shit. Yep. Every time I think I'm over it, I'm not. I know, how about we sit around the campfire? Gather around the campfire. I'm sure that would calm your nerves. Well, or do you have something else in mind? Not really. Okay, I'm in. Oh, can I join too? Absolutely, Tom. We haven't been able to talk in a small group since the beginning. I'm still kinda here. Yeah, apologies, Coach Z. No offense taken. I noticed Giggles was already long gone. He's purposely trying to distance himself from me, isn't he? You like to join us, Coach Z? Well, got nothing better to do, sure. Alright, then let's take a seat. Cool. Us four gathered around the campfire. CAMPFIRESONG song. And we simply sat there. The fire sure is soothing, isn't it? Yeah, it's super big too. Fire this is definitely a rare sight. Someone who mainly stayed in the brrr. It's nice to have an actual fire instead of an artificial heater. Though even so, I hope I can see the brrr again. I'm sure you will, Paula. Tom, why are you being so loud? Sorry, I just never did something like this before. Sitting at a campfire? Well, that too, just probably because of the whole memory loss thing. I've never got to know any tunes. You sure? If you're a guide, I'm sure you would have meant a lot of tunes. Though as you said, memory loss. Well, even without the memory loss, I was never able to get to know anyone more than just one occasion. There were so many tunes, I basically was just reciting a script over and over. Well, you still enjoy doing so, yeah? Of course, I would have quit long ago had I not. Yep, all those new tunes, bleh. Alright, Koji's motive. It's nice doing something as simple as sitting around a campfire. It's a bit cheesy to think this after spending so little time with these dudes, but I feel like for the most part we're friends. Though maybe it's because we all knew each other before, considered we're whatever qualifies as an ultimate. I wonder, why are we called ultimates anyways? It just doesn't make sense. Going back to how Paula wants to see the brr again. I better be able to see Daisy Gardens again. That place is perfect to clear your mind. Very true, Coach Z. I imagine it provides you with a fair amount of tranquility. Yeah, without all the garden stuff, it's, well, annoying. Oh, do you garden, Coach Z? Well, yeah, gardening gag trees is great to get the most effective gags. Well, flowers are nice too. Perhaps once we get to Daisy Gardens, we can all grow a garden? Sure. Yeah. Then it's settled. We'll all make this garden once we get there together. Flippy, you're still not okay, are you? How can I be, Coach Z? But, I know, it wasn't really my fault, but I feel like we were all truly friends before we got our memories wiped. Heck, maybe Mo was actually a decent tune? I hope that is the case, Flippy. Yeah, and well, maybe because I'm almost sure about that, it just makes me feel even worse with what happened with Clara today. Well, hey, you still have all of us. We don't think it was your fault. Right? Of course we don't, dear. I think my constant nagging for you to forgive yourself is evidence of that. And look on the bright side, you only had 2 pies, so you couldn't have killed her. Thanks, I guess. Your wording was a bit off, but your message is absolutely not wrong, Tom. Well, I'm not really a motivational speaker, but I can try. Just like how Flippy isn't a therapist, but he helped me realize Pete's still a good tune. Yeah, speaking of, do you think Pete would like to join us for this? Oh yeah, you probably would. Well, you can go get him. I'm staying put. On it. Cool. Tom stood up and went to Pete's hut. And then a mojito happened. No, nothing. Actually, I need a stretch. That log isn't very comfy. I too could use a stretch. We stretched for a bit, waiting for Tom to come back. And when he did, I got Pete. Hello. Pete, how's it going? I'm doing fine, just, well, I told Tom I was going to do the pie thing because of the slight disagreement with Briggy, but honestly, I just needed some time alone. That makes more sense. but it's because of the, motive. P. Flippy, put it really simply, if you still had a grudge, then why did you want to talk to me the most before? I suppose you're right. I was probably worried for nothing. Well, not nothing. Bias against certain tunes should never be taken lightly. Well, true, but you're obviously a better tune now. Yeah. I am unsure what you're referring to, however. As long as you two have sorted things out, that's all I need to hear. Enough said. Awesome. Character writing. Tom and Pete explained the situation, what happened regarding Tom's motive, and then we went on to talking about basically anything. Eventually, we realized we were talking for hours. Is that a fire truck outside? Wait, what time is it? Flippy, none of us know that, right? Right. We seriously need some sort of clock, or better yet, a watch. Yeah, a lot of us have been thinking that. Should we just go to sleep already? While I doubt it's near 10 p.m., I have nothing in mind. Honestly, yeah. Who knows if one or more of us will be getting, their laugh halved. Right, I forgot about that. It's 3 a day, isn't it? It could even be more. Oh great, don't tell me before tomorrow, then 5 the next day? Let's just hope it's just only 3 a day. 3 is already a serious amount for something that's daily. Yeah, no way that happened. Well, even if the number 2 is getting their laugh halved increases each day, we'll be able to get through this. I just wish Harry and Mom would cooperate with us. I don't mean to pry, but the heck is the deal with you and Harry? You seem way too protective over someone you only met recently. I guess I have been. Is there a reason why? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to. Maybe later. It's not a malicious reason, I'll just say that. Well, see you tomorrow. I'll just take a quick jog around the playground before going to sleep. Well, it was nice spending some time with you all. Thank you, Tom, for bringing me out of my room. Tom, you kind of went quiet once we, brought up the motive again. It's just, what if none of us does get impacted? Well, if it does happen, we still have each other. Yeah. Going off of what we talked about yesterday, we might not know who'll get worse, but let's just hope it's only 3 again. Yeah. Might as well try to think it about who'll get it since, it's random. Well, guess this is good night. Good night, Tom. Night, Flippy. Both went back to our huts, and I opened my door. Someone was already sleeping on my bed. It might be 5, 7, maybe even right before 10. I just don't know. Well, I suppose if I go to sleep now, I can wake up early too. The thing is, am I going to have another motive dream? If so, then of who? I wonder what it's going to be. I closed my eyes trying to go to sleep, but it just wouldn't come. Fair, I did apparently sleep over 12 hours yesterday. I spent the next few hours desperately trying to get to sleep. Damn. No use. Attention all tunes, it's now 10 p.m. I'd say have a good night, but that'd be a false. At least I know what time it is now. After getting some sort of comfort from knowing the time, I was finally able to sleep. Oh, no motive? Okay. Attention all tunes, it's now 8 a.m. I have nothing to announce. Carry on this morning as usual. Huh? Why didn't I have a motive dream? Wait, why do I feel worse? Oh no. I was one of the two that got their laugh halved. I feel horrible. Clara feels even worse than me. How was she able to even speak to me? Ugh. But I should get to the plaza for another morning meeting. I don't want to let anyone think I'm dead. I forced myself to go as quickly as I could out of my door. Each step was easier. I guess the worst part is waking up. I emerged from my hut seeing Flippy. Hey there, coach. So, you were one of the tools affected today. That flunky. Who does he think he is, messing with our laugh like this? When I woke up, I felt especially bad, but I think I'm feeling better. Walking doesn't feel bad anymore. Well, I guess that's good, but who also got their laugh halved today? I guess we'll see once we all meet up in the plaza. You're right, we can't be late. Coach and I went into the tunnel. Coach Z, could you wait for me? We're going to the plaza, Flippy. You don't need to keep up with me. Right. But I'll slow down for you. Thanks. We then headed to the plaza together a lot slower. We were actually the first ones. And following us. Oh no, Flippy's down now. So it seems, Bessie. I wonder how will you deal with this, Flippy? I'm not in the mood to try to decode what Old Man wants from me. After some minutes, more and more tools began arriving. So, Flippy is one of today's victims. Oh boy. Looks like I was one of the lucky ones. Hey Mo, can you actually shut it? I don't want to hear anything from you. Excuse me? Look, you were the target of my dream this time, and I personally don't want to hear you right now. Oh, how ironic. If you want to expose me, I'll have you know, you were the target of my first motive dream. So if you want to say anything about what I apparently did to you, I'll have you know I have plenty of dirt on you. What did I just walk into? A petty argument, I assume. More and more tunes arrived a minute later. Flippy. I'm fine for the most part, Tom. But at least one of us is okay. Yeah. Well, Mina was hit twice with the laugh drain. Napping all day proved not to be effective, but mitigating the effects of the laugh drain. I would not recommend it. Shirley was the last one of the pack. A few minutes passed, but no one else arrived. Clara and Harry, I'm not surprised. But shouldn't Paula be here by now? Don't forget about Riggy. Oh right, Riggy. Wait just a minute, not surprised Clara isn't here? Why is that? Right, not everyone knows what happened. Look, all you need to know is... Flippy threw 2 pies at Clara, which actually caused a bunch of laugh damage. No need to beat around the bush. What happened, happened. Well, judging by Clef and Shirley, seems those impacted by the laugh drain sort of get used to it. Anyways, where the heck are Paul and Riggy? Maybe both of them are victims of the laugh drain this time? Paula too? The question is, would Flunky drain the same two's laugh twice in a row? I wouldn't put past that cretin. Whatever, I'll go get Paula and Riggy. Giggles left us waiting. Eventually Giggles returned, and with him he had... Yeah, the other two that got unlucky. The things you have to go through. Cannot imagine the bad luck you had to have gotten chosen twice. Sometimes you roll snake eyes twice. Whatever that means. Paula's trying to check on Harry again, and Riggy, well, he has seen better days. I don't think I need to repeat myself about what's going on with Harry. So I guess that's everyone for today. Seems so. So let's see here. Those still okay are Eagles, Bessie, Oldman, Lou, Pete, Mo, Tom, myself, and Harry. And for the ones not feeling too well, Shirley, Clef, Riggy, Paula, Flippy, Clara. With Clara and Riggy feeling really bad. But I have no idea what you're talking about. That's an obvious lie. So the question now is, what next? It's not going to be long before we all below and laugh. Why don't we follow the trail? What trail? The one leading from Silly Street, duh. You say from Silly Street? I probably saw it because I was looking at the ground on my way here. I doubt that means anything, Riggy. Well, got any other plans, Flippy? Do you? I can't think of anything to do right now. Then we might as well check this supposed trail while we think of something to do. I guess. We all backtrack towards the party hat building. Wait, I think I can see it too. Thing is it coming from Silly Street or a Farm? Maybe we can split up half and half? I don't think we need to think this through much. Everyone just choose a side to go. Well, I call being on team to Silly Street. Alright, Flippy, you wanna come with us? Sure. I too shall join you. Oh boy, going to Silly Street again. Count me out. I'll be on the other team. I'll go to Silly Street. I'll go too. 6 is probably due. Seems you have an odd number. I will sit out on both teams, then it'll be even. No complaint there. Thus Tom, Pete, Oldman, Bessie, Cozy, and I went to Silly Street. I've been here 3 times now. Well, there's no trail on the ground here. Did Flunky just prank us? As if a cop would pull a joke on us. Let's just move on. I bet we're going to find nothing. Hopefully, if we do find something, it's good. It better not be a trap by Flunky. Maybe Flunky hid something in the trapdoor system. If so, then we shouldn't go into it. But would Flunky really kill us like that? He better not. He's going to get us to kill each other. I highly doubt he would. So like what? Do you want to go check the trapdoor system again? I don't really want to. Last time, it was kind of yucky. We don't have to search everywhere again, Bessie. Here, I'll just check the entrance, just to see if Flunky pulled any shenanigans. I'll take a look too. I haven't actually seen much of the trapdoor system myself. I don't think you should try excavating, considering how you are right now, Flippy. Besides, we need to quickly scan the street and report back. Right. Tom and I opened the trapdoor to take a peek inside, but instead we saw... Clara. Clara's dead body. Fuck, dude. Imprisonment in sorrow, deadly life. God damn. Okay, so we're done with daily life. I think I should save here. So yeah, wow. What a strong beginning. Shit, dude, if you're familiar with the Toontown games, I don't know, how would you rate this Toontown danganronpa parody of Toontown? I think it's okay. I think the stories are nice. I forgot what the laugh system does. Isn't that just like the life bar or something? Yeah, anyway. We'll try to get for yourselves. Links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.